Okay, so we are going to make today aguachiles. And I'm going to share really quickly what I got on my shirt, but it's basically empower women, empower other women too, you know? So I feel like by me teaching you how to cook, I feel like I'm teaching you a life skill. So hopefully you get to enjoy it and have fun, because I think it's important to learn how to cook and be independent. Not only because it's a survival thing, but it's also, it could be really fun. So I know cooking is a passion that I have, and so that's why I am sharing this with you guys. All right, so here we go. So we're going to begin, and I am going to show you the ingredients to make aguachile or aguachile. So the main ingredient is your shrimp. And so I have my shrimp already here. I have them already peeled, and they're already clean, because they usually come with the shell. And then also they have this little vein, like it's a black thing, and that's their poop. So you want to clean that off. And so this one's, they're already clean, and they're already with no shell. So they're already peeled. So I have like 2.5 pounds. That's what I got. And then you also need 2 cucumbers. You're also gonna need onion, preferably red onion. It tends to be stronger and just better for ceviches, like for salads. So that's why I recommend purple onion. And then you also need lemons, and so they're green lemons. In Spanish, son limones verdes. So I know that in English is lemons or limes, but I never know which one is which. So you need limones verdes, so green lemons. And then you also need serranos, so chiles serranos. And literally that's how you find them at the store. So they're called serranos. There's 2 types of green peppers, and usually they're jalapenos or they're serranos. So you want to buy serranos, they're more spicy. So I told you guys to get 4. My family likes it spicy, so I'm going to put 6. And then you also need cilantro. So you need cilantro, and then you also need pepper. I like to use fresh pepper, but you can have whatever pepper you have at home. So I like to use fresh pepper. And then you also need salt. So those are your main ingredients, okay? And again, I am seeing in the chat right now that you don't have the ingredients for aguachiles right now for today, and that's okay. So I'm literally recording, so that way we're gonna post it in our YouTube channel, and you can always have access to the recipe, okay? So yeah, so don't feel bad if you just want to see how I mix it, how I make it today, and then you can try it on your own later. Okay, so the first step that we're going to do is we are going to wash our shrimp, and we want to make sure that it's washed thoroughly. So let's wash our shrimp. And I like to wash them in here because then the water's coming out. And before I started, I kind of had the ingredients out and I washed my hands, but you always want to make sure you wash your hands before you start cooking, because you don't want to make yourself sick or make your family sick. So you want to make sure your hands are always clean. I will need a blender today, so I have my blender ready. Okay. Very good. And then I am going to wash my hands just because I touched the shrimp. So I wash my hands. Okay. Dry them. And then, okay. You're going to need a cutting board because we're going to do a lot of cutting. Okay, and you will need a blender. So let me get my cutting board and my knife. So I have my cutting board. You need your knife. And then I also need a container where I'm gonna put my aguachile. So I have a bowl. Okay. So I need a bigger bowl than that. Okay, so I have a bigger bowl. Right. So now that my shrimp is ready, I'm gonna put it in the glass bowl. Okay. Then we're gonna add the lemon juice. So I'm gonna use this to exprimir. So I can extract the juice from the lemon. And I'm going to use right now, I'm going to cut, so I purchased 15 lemons. That's how many I have in my bag. So I'm gonna use 10 to put in the actual shrimp. And then I'm gonna use 5 to put in my blender. Okay. So we'll start cutting the lemons. There it is. This is my number 10. And again, if you have a little bit less lemon, it's okay. Okay. Usually when I'm cooking, I usually like to listen to music. It just relaxes me. It makes it more fun. So when you guys get to cook, right, I have Alexa in my kitchen. So Alexa's like my best friend when I'm cooking. I'll play different types of music depending on my mood. Sometimes I'll play in Spanish. Someone's at the door. Oh, cielo. Oh, cielo. It may be a UPS guy. My smallest dog, her name is Cookie, and she just does not like the UPS guy or the mailman. I don't know if you guys have pets at home. Yeah, but my small dog, she does not like the UPS man or the mailman. It's funny because even when I take her for walks, like it's like she'll start barking at the big trucks, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay. Okay. Hope you guys have had a good Wednesday. I know you guys get to be home and not have to be joining the Zoom classes with your regular teachers. You might have other meetings. I know the junior class had a meeting with counselors today. I know I met with 4 students to go over an essay that we're doing appointments with their students. At least it gets, I like Wednesdays because it kind of gives me time to process and just get things done that I need to plan or I need to grade. I hope it's the same thing for you guys. Okay, so I'm almost done. All right. Okay, so that's plenty of juice. I'm gonna grab a spoon and just to kind of cover them up. And you're gonna notice that they're gonna start turning pink, and that means that the lemon's actually cooking it. That's the power of the chemistry, right? That it goes on once it joins, or it makes contact with the shrimp. It starts cooking. It's a great dish for the summer when it's hot. I know next week we have some hot days coming up, apparently, according to Google weather. So we will see probably the last few hot days of the summer that we're gonna get to enjoy, hopefully. All right. So now that I have the lemon juice there, gonna wash my cucumbers to have them ready. I'm also gonna wash my peppers. Okay, so my peppers, you want to remove this tail or this end. And I'm going to add the peppers to the blender. Okay. Another thing that I'm going to add to the blender is cilantro. So I have a whole bunch over here. So I'm going to get maybe like a third of the bunch. So I'll get maybe like a third of the bunch. Okay. And you also want to rinse your cilantro. And you rinse it really well. Really good. So I'm rinsing it. And then you're going to add it to your blender. Okay. And then last lemons that you have, between 3 to 5, you're going to add them to the blender so that you have some liquid to blend those ingredients. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am sorry for the noise of my dog. Okay, here we go. So then we're going to add the lemon juice to the blender. Hope you're finding this recipe very easy. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients. It's funny because I was talking to my daughter today and I was like, what do you think I should teach her next week? And then she was like, enchiladas. And I was like, no, Liz, that's too complicated. You need something more simple. So she's like, I don't know, Mom. I love your enchiladas. I was like, oh my God. Okay, so now I'm done with the lemon juice in the blender. We're gonna add salt, a little bit of salt. Okay, I'll say half a teaspoon, just right now. Okay, that's ready. So I'm going to use my lid to cover it and then blend it in a minute. I'm gonna clean this over here just because I like to clean in the process. So I'll get this out of the way. It's a good skill to have. Oops, I missed one lemon, so I'm gonna add it here to the shrimp. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm actually done with this, so I'm gonna put it in the sink. And the reason why I tell you that it's good to clean as you're cooking is because then it's like, it's not so much work to clean at the end. And that's done. I wash my hands again. Right. Okay. Now I am done with the cilantro. Okay. So I have my onion and I have my cucumber. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, we're going to peel the cucumber. And I actually like to add a little piece of cucumber to the blender just for flavor. So go ahead and peel your cucumbers. I'm going to cut the ends. And if you have a whole cucumber, I would say like 1/3 of it, cut it, and add it to your blender. There it is. The other one, okay, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to add it directly to the shrimp. And this is one of my favorite fresh ceviches or salads. You get to enjoy it with tostadas. My kids sometimes eat it with crackers too. I mean, it's up to you, your preference. Okay, so I'm gonna put it aside because it's I want to start with the onion. So my onion is really big, and I got maybe like I would say half of this just because it's so large. So I'm gonna cut half of it, and that's how much I'm gonna use for right now, and see how it looks. So I'm gonna clean it, so I can add it to my aguachile. So this is how much I'm cutting, okay? And I want you to see how I'm gonna cut it. So I start like this. Oh, another tip is if your shrimp are very big, which sometimes can happen, you can cut them in half. Okay, so that I cut it like that, right? I have it like this, and then I go 3 like that, so in 3 parts, and then I'm gonna grab it and add it to my shrimp. Okay, so I add it here, and I'm gonna check, is that enough onion, or do I want a little bit more onion? So I think I need a little bit more onion just because I want it to look a little bit more full, and I want a little bit more onion in it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. So again, it's your preference. So you add it and then you kind of mix it, and you're like, okay, maybe it needs a little bit more onion, or the same. If you're like, oh, I don't really like a lot of onion, so you can also choose, right, to put more or less. So that's the cool thing about cooking, that you're always in control of your food. I always tell my kids, right, like, yeah, you can always eat out. Sure, that's easy, but you never know how they did it or what they put in the food at the end of the day. That's good enough. Okay. And so again, I kind of mix it. Oops, there's this little piece. All right, that looks good. Okay. Okay. And so then the next ingredient I'm going to add, so now I have my shrimp, my onion, my lemon. Now I'm going to add my cucumber. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut it in half. Okay. And then I just slice it. You want to be careful because you don't want to cut yourself. And again, you also want to look at your shrimp once you add the cucumber and you decide, is it too much cucumber? Do I want more cucumber? And it's all about preference. Okay, so I added it and I'm like, okay, definitely more. And I think I'm going to add half a cucumber and I'm going to keep the other half. And just to see. Okay, so then I do the same thing. I cut it and then I'm going to add it and decide, do I want more cucumber or do I want this cucumber? And then, oh, again, how much do you like flavor? How much do you want to add the onion? The cucumber is up to you. So more or less. And then as you try these recipes, right, you'll get to see what ingredient pops up more for you, if they blend with each other. And there it is. I like it how it looks right now. I'm actually going to grab a bigger spoon because this is too small. Okay. So that'll be easier to mix everything. I hope those of you that are following with me already smelling how delicious it smells, how fresh. Right now with the onion and the cucumbers, just smells really good, really good. And again, I love food. I enjoy food. I just love it, right? It's something that you have to enjoy. And I enjoy all types of foods. Okay, so now that I have that, I am going to add pepper. And again, I like fresh pepper. That's my preference. But if you have the other pepper at home, that's okay too. Whatever. It just gives it a little kick to it. And same concept, right? Like if I like it, I like the taste of pepper, or I just want it a little bit. So I like to cover all, like, I'll show you right now how my bowl looks. If you can see it. And basically that's how it's looking so far. So the last step, guys, is basically blending the rest of the ingredients and then adding it. So that's how simple it is. So there it is. Make sure. There it is. It's kind of stuck, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. You might have to do that a couple times. It's mainly because the cilantro as a herb, right? It kind of like, it's difficult to blend it for your blender sometimes. So, okay. I mix it one more time to help my poor blender. Ooh. Ooh, super spicy. It's not working with me. Let's see. Let's try one more time. Now that everything is blended really nicely, all you have to do is directly pour it into your aguachile. Ooh, check this out. It smells so good. Okay. And now, mix it again. Oh my gosh, so yummy. It's ready, guys. All you have to do is just mix it really well. Oh my gosh. So good. So amazing. It smells so good. Whew. Wow. It's making my mouth watery. Okay. Here it is. It's ready, guys. And so now to enjoy it, I can actually grab my spoon and try it and see if it needs more salt, and see if I need any more pepper or salt. I'm gonna try it. Oh my God. It needs more salt. Okay. Oh my God, it's so good, guys. So yummy. Okay. So the final test is I am going to grab a tostada. Okay. Let me put it over here. Okay, guys. So I have my tostada. I'm going to clean up a little bit over here. Plate. Tostada. And literally, I am just going to add my aguachile on top of my tostada. And get to enjoy it. Whew. So good. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So this is aguachiles for you guys today. Okay.